Free MLB picks. This is action for Saturday, July 29th. Ramon Scott in for Tony T. First things first, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free picks every day here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel for major sports. It's always a good time to subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-handicapper website featuring our premium picks, some of the top cappers in the industry. Click the links to subscribe to our long-term passes. Get the latest premium picks, discount picks, best bets. Our multi-game packs offer great value on the website. Check out the handicapper leaderboards. Guys like Tony, hot over the last 7 days. Our cappers off to a good start on the previous night's action as well. Joseph Schultz, Dick Bartini, Tim Irwin looking good over the last 30 days. Click down to our premium picks. You'll find our best bets here, our guaranteed packages as well for upcoming action over at Tony'sPicks.com. Those multi-game packs offer great value. You can also purchase our plays a la carte from the upcoming games tab. Late Steam plays, they can be emailed to you. You can save 20% by using the code TonyT at checkout. You can use that promo code to access all handicappers and use that discount code. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice, click on their profile page, and get signed up. Now, let's get to the games on Saturday. Red Sox at Giants for Saturday, July 28th. James Paxton, the left-hander for the Red Sox, has made 12 starts, a 3.46 ERA, 1.0 the whip, 29% K rate, 7% walks, 38% ground balls, 1.2 home runs per 9 innings. For the Giants, Anthony DeSclafani is slated to host the majority of the innings. Walker could get the start here as an opener. He's made 6 openers before. DeSclafani has been open for one previous time, but indications are it could be Walker opening here. He has a 2.7 ERA. DeSclafani in 18 starts, a 4.88 ERA, 1.25 the whip, 19% K rate, 5% walks, 42% ground ball rate, 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.38 means DeSclafani could be on the move, on the improve, but San Francisco offensively subpar against left-handers right now. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are starting to hit pretty well against right-handers, real strong actually of late. We know the Red Sox hot in July, 15-5 now in the month. They've crawled to within a game and a half of the wild card after the 3-2 win last night over the Giants behind Cutter Crawford. I've got to think the Red Sox are in a good position to take this one. I'll take the Red Sox over the Giants on Saturday. Cubs at Cardinals, action for Saturday, July 28th. For the Cubs, Jameson Taillon, he's turned it around all of a sudden with the Cubs. 17 starts, 5.64 ERA, 1.40 the whip, 20% K rate, 6.5% walk rate, 37% ground balls, 1.5 home runs per 9 innings. However, last 3 starts for Taillon, a 1.86 ERA with a 0.98 whip, and he has a 4.69 FIP. So improvement already has begun with Taillon, part of the Cubs' big-time turnaround here of late. For the Cardinals, Adam Wainwright, look, it's painful to watch out there right now with no hope in sight for Waney, I would think. 12 starts, 7.31 ERA, 1.92 the whip. It's even been worse this month. 10.8 ERA in the last 3 starts, 2.4 the whip, but you got to keep sending him out there right now on his swan song tour. 11% K rate, 7.5% walk rate, 36% ground balls, 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. Even more concerning, 14 base hits per 9. Cardinals 11 and 18 at night at home. They've lost 5 of their last 7. A dismal bullpen, 4.6 ERA. They've gone over in 9 of their last 14. Cubs have gone over in 16 of their last 21. I had the under last night, gave it out, but here, I think with Waney on the mound, it's just going to be a lot of runs. And Tyone, while he's been good, they might just get up to a big lead. And Tyone still has some pretty gaudy numbers for the season and been hot of late. So figure they'll get in the bullpen maybe on the back end. Cubs are going to be super popular at the window tomorrow. So I'll take the over in this one. Let's go over 10 runs, Cubs and Cardinals on Saturday. Reds at Dodgers, free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th. It's Luke Weaver for the Reds. 17 starts, a 7.2 ERA, 1.68 whip, striking out 17.5%, walking 7%, 36% ground balls, 2.3 home runs per 9 innings. But Weaver, the most enigmatic pitcher in baseball, up 7.5 units this season, an ERA close to 10 over his last 10 starts, yet the Reds have gone 9-1 in those 10 starts. He does have an 8.7 career ERA against LA. 7 of the last 9 games have gone over with Weaver. Going up here against Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan, 6 starts, 6.75 ERA, 1.47 the whip, the 17% K rate, 12.5% walk rate, 34% the ground balls, 1.2 home runs per 9 innings. The Dodgers have gone over in 5 of his 6 starts, also over in 17 of the last 24 games. Dodgers have gone over in 49 of 80 games as a favorite. The Reds have gone over in 43 of 31 games as an underdog, following last night's 6-5 win over the Dodgers to improve to 29-22 on the road. The Reds have won 7 of their last 9. Yeah, the Dodgers are doing pretty well, still have won 12 of their last 19 despite losing yesterday. But for whatever reason, the Reds just compete with Luke Weaver. He continues to fight through some of these high-scoring games. The Reds end up pulling it off. At this price, I don't think I can pass. I will take them on the run line at minus $1.10 or so. Add the 1.5. Maybe the Dodgers end up walking it off in a wild one. It got there last night. The total got steamed overnight here to 10.5 runs. I'm sure everyone's going to be piling on the total. This one probably could go to 11. It reached 11 runs last night. And this one could get up to in the teens maybe with these two teams. Crazy to see these Dodger totals like that. I'll take the Reds plus a 1.5 at minus $1.10. Guardians and White Sox free MLB pick for Saturday, July 28th. Logan Allen gets the start for the Guardians in 14 starts, a 3.39 ERA, 1.33 the whip, striking out 23.5% of the batters, walking just 8%, ground ball rate 42.5%, allowing 1 home run per 9 innings. Mike Clevinger returns for the White Sox after a stint on the 15-day injured list. He had some arm inflammation, but I don't know if it'll be too much of a problem for Clevinger. A 3.88 ERA before he went on the shelf for a couple of weeks, a 1.35 whip, striking out 19%, walking 9%, ground balls at 31%, 1.3 home runs per 9 innings. Allen, a 2.3 ERA in his last 3 starts, and he's up 5.5 units this season. The Guardians have a bullpen, a full run better than the White Sox. The White Sox have already dealt Giolito. Now they've just dealt Lance Lynn, a couple of other arms as well. A lot of moving parts, but it didn't matter yesterday as Touki Toussaint was the one who shut down the Guardians. So the Guardians still having offensive woes. quite frequently, and that's probably what could end up happening here. I don't expect a dominating performance, but they're just not putting up a ton of runs. Obviously, shutout yesterday here. White Sox have won just 6 of their last 21 after the 3-0 win last night. I'm going to go under with the Guardians and the White Sox on Saturday. Probably be 9.5 juice to the under, or 9 runs juice to the over. The line wasn't out, but I'm going to go under in Guardians and White Sox on Saturday. Tigers at Marlins, free MLB picks for Saturday, July 28th. Bo Brieski gets the start for the Tigers, his first start of 23. He started 15 games last season, but just appeared so far in 5 games with the Tigers in just short appearances, about an inning or so this year. 4.76 ERA, 1.23 the whip, a 21% K rate, 4% walk rate, 44% the ground balls, no home runs in just 5 1/3 innings pitched, even though he was a durable starter for Detroit last year, usually pitching several innings, 3, 4, 5 innings. This year, probably just an opener in this game. The Tigers are expected to recall Joey Wentz, who was pretty dismal with the Tigers, 1-9 with a 6.78 ERA this season before going down to Toledo. The Tigers have lost 6 of their last 8 games. They did make a nice comeback against the Marlins yesterday to tie the game before ended up losing 6-5. Johnny Cueto goes here for the Marlins in 2 starts, a 4.5 ERA, 0.9 the whip, 23% K rate, 8% the walks, ground balls at 38.5%. He's allowed 2 home runs in 10 innings pitched. A couple of okay starts so far from Cueto. Miami bullpen in good form, but Detroit's bullpen is not. Still a pretty high price at $1.60. We'll note that Miami is 32-20 at home now. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning yesterday and held off the Tigers, who scored another run in the top of the 9th for a 6-5 win, 11 runs yesterday. Detroit's pitching looks a little bit sketchy. I'm sure Miami can get to their expected run total. I think Detroit can also get some here. Let's go over 8 runs with Detroit and Miami on Saturday. Angels and Blue Jays, free MLB pick for Saturday, July 28th. Reed Detmer is the left-hander for the Angels, 18 starts, a 2-7 record, 4.38 ERA, 1.30 the whip, striking out batters at 29%, a 9% walk rate, ground balls at 33%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Alek Manoah, 16 starts, just a 2-8 record, 6.10 the ERA, 1.8 the whip, 18% K rate, 14.5% on the walks, 32% ground ball rate, 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. The Angels have still won 9 of their last 12, though they lost last night 4-1 to Toronto. Shohei Ohtani couldn't come to the plate in the top of the 9th inning with the team down 3 runs. With the runners in scoring position. In fact, the bases were loaded, but he needed a pinch hitter. He was cramping up again late in the game. It's not the first time it's happened for Ohtani. I don't think he's heading to the disabled list, but he could not come to the plate last night. Angels have gone over in 12 of their last 18. Their bullpen hasn't been too great of late. They were okay last night. Toronto's won 28 of 48 games at home this season. With these 2 starters, I'm going to look to take the over 9.5. It's a pretty high total here, but with Manoah going, maybe the Angels will step up the offense. I'm going over here, 9.5 runs, Angels in Toronto on Saturday. Brewers and Braves, MLB action for Saturday, July 29th. For the Brewers, Julio Teheran, 10 starts, a 3.75 ERA, 1.04 the whip. The veteran with 17% K rate, 5 walks per 5% walk rate, outstanding. 43% ground balls, 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. For the Braves, Bryce Elder, 20 starts, 7-2 record, 3.3 the ERA, and a whip of 1.23, 18% K rate, 8% walk rate, 55% ground ball rate, just 0.9 home runs per 9 innings. Elder, 10.5 ERA in his last 3 starts and a 2.40 whip, while Tehran hadn't been too swift of late either. An ERA close to 6 in his last 3 starts, a 5.61 ERA on the road. But when the teams met last week, it was a pitcher's duel, to say the least. Tehran and Elder both went 6 innings and allowed just 3 runs between them. It ended up being a 4-2 win for the Braves. Albies hit a home run late in the game, top of the 8th, I think it was, top of the 9th, somewhere in there, and ended up getting the win in that one, 4-2. Brewers have had a hot bullpen of late, and before last night's 10-7 victory, these teams had been going under quite consistently. The Brewers have still gone under in 12 of their last 14 games. The Braves have gone under in 4 of their last 5. I look at the Brewers with Tehran. He's still a reclamation project, in my opinion. Basically picked up out of the Mexican League and then off of a minor league contract. So he's really come a long way and had some good starts, but he's also been blown up a couple of times. We know the Braves can crush. Despite some pitching problems with the Braves, they still have just an outstanding record. Here they have certainly a pretty strong pitcher, in my opinion, despite the slip-ups late of Bryce Elder, still that 3.3 ERA. I'm going to look to some Braves here on the run line, minus a run and a half against the Brewers on Saturday. Twins at Royals. This one's for Saturday, July 28th. Bailey Ober for the Twins. He's been pretty solid in 16 starts, 2.76 ERA, whip just under 1, 24% K rate, 5% the walks, 32.5% ground ball rate, 1 home run per 9 innings. A 3.59 FIP indicates that his ERA could be on the rise, although facing this Royals team might not be as intimidating, although he did take a 3-2 loss to Kansas City earlier this season. Jordan Lyles for the Royals, 19 starts, the 1-12 record. The team's 1-18, down 16 units with Lyles starting. 6 ERA, 1.29 the whip, although just a 3.38 earned run average in his last 3 starts. 16.5% K rate, 7% the walks, 33% ground ball rate, 1.8 home runs per 9 innings. The Royals won on Friday night, grand slam by Bobby Witt off Duran in the bottom of the 10th inning. It was 4-4 after 9 innings. I tried to go with the under 8.5 runs yesterday, and there were 5 runs scored in that 10th inning. Royals have gone under in 12 of their last 19. I'm going to go under 9.5 runs here with the Twins and the Royals on Saturday. Yankees at Orioles. Free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th for the Yankees. Clark Schmidt, 20 starts, 4.33 the ERA, 1.32 whip, 22% K rate, 6.5% on the walks, 42% ground balls, allowing 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. Schmidt is 4-0, however, in his last 4 starts. He's been going deeper as well with some quality starts. For the Orioles, Tyler Wells, 19 starts, a 3.65 ERA, and that 0.99 whip does stand out to me. 25% K rate, 7% walks, 32% on the ground balls, 1.9 home runs per 9 innings. He has been struggling a little bit more of late, a 7.3 ERA and a 1.7 whip in his last 3 starts. But the Orioles get the win last night in the walk-off fashion with the Santander home run. They've now won 14 of their last 18. Yankees now 18 walk-off losses this season. Orioles got a great start from Grayson Rodriguez to match up with Cole. Just a great job. I will say that the Orioles have gone under in 6 of their last 7. Yankees have gone under in 7 of their last 9. Judge was back, drew 3 walks. That's a good sign. But Wells was pretty good against the Yankees last time out in a 6-3 Yankee win. They came back to win it late, but 2 poor starts before that. I'm going to look for this one to go under with Schmidt and Wells both. Wells in long-term good form. I think he can come back with a good start here, and Schmidt could have a good start as well in this one. This is a hotly tight series right now. It feels like hanging in the balance on every pitch. I'm going to go under 9 runs, Yankees and Orioles on Saturday. Athletics at Rockies. Free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th. It's Paul Blackburn for the Athletics in 9 starts, a 5.06 ERA, 1.58 whip. 6.75 ERA in his last 3 starts and a 5.82 ERA on the road, but he did beat Houston last time out with 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing just 1 earned run, or I should say Houston ended up getting the victory 4-1 over the A's got the victory 4-1 over Houston. Blackburn, 22% K rate, 8% walk rate, 40.5% ground balls, home runs 0.9 per 9 innings. For the Rockies, they'll go with Chris Flexen here coming in to get the start. In 4 starts so far, a 7.71 ERA, 1.85 the whip. They've lost all 4 of his starts so far. 15% K rate, 10% walk rate, 42% ground balls, and 2.4 home runs per 9 innings. Rockies have lost 4 of their last 5. The A's looked much the best last night, building up a big early lead and then holding on for an 8-5 victory. Rockies have gone under in 11 of their last 15, and the offense not looking so sharp. I'm going to take the Athletics here on the road to get another win against the Rockies. They're looking like the worst team around right now, at least in the National League. Let's take the Athletics on the road. Probably a pick 'em here on Saturday. Phillies and Pirates free MLB pick for Saturday, July 28th. Aaron Nola goes for the Phillies in 21 starts, a 4.25 ERA, 1.06 the whip, 25% K rate, 5.5% walks, 42% ground balls, allows 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. Quinn Priester for the Pirates in 2 starts, 1-1 with a 9.28 ERA, 4 home runs allowed in 10 2/3 innings pitched. He's striking out just 12.5%, allowing 10.5% walk rate. Does get ground balls at 54%, but obviously touched up by the long ball. The Phillies have won 3 straight after getting that 2-1 win. They didn't let the weather bother them late. They got the win yesterday with Wheeler in a low-scoring game. 3 straight wins now for the Phillies. They've gone under in 7 of their last 10. Nola, not as good on the road. He's got an ERA close to 5, but Priester really right now doesn't look like he's ready for the part. And the Pirates 6-16 last 22 games. Their bullpen is a half a run worse than the Phillies. I'm going to have to take the Phillies on the run line here. I'll lay a 1.5 on Saturday against the Pirates. Mariners at Diamondbacks, a free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th. For the Mariners, it's Brian Wu in 9 starts, a 4.91 ERA, 1.20 the whip. He does have a 6.46 ERA in his last 3 starts. Wu, the fireballer, 29% K rate, 7% walk rate, 40% ground balls, 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.28 suggests that he could still be on the improve here. Has been in some good performances, as well as some inconsistencies with Wu. For Brandon Pfaadt, 7 starts, an 8.81 ERA, 1.64 WHIP, 10.8 ERA in his last 3 starts, an 18.5% K rate, 7% walk rate, 29% ground balls, and 3.4 home runs per 9 innings. Arizona has lost 15 of their last 20, and Seattle has won 7 of their last 8, including a 5-2 win on Friday. They jumped on the Diamondbacks early with 4 runs in the first inning. With these numbers from Pfaadt, they could do so the same thing here again on Saturday. I figure the Mariners are probably going to be pretty popular at the window, so let me pivot to the total here, and I'll look to go over 9.5. This one's coming down. It may even end up at 9 juice to the over, and that'd be preferable here. I'm going to look to go over in this one with the Mariners and the Diamondbacks on Saturday. Rays and Astros free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th. Taj Bradley for the Rays, 15 starts, a 5.3 ERA, 1.37 the whip, 30% K rate, 7% the walk rate, 35% ground balls, 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. Hunter Brown goes for the Astros, 19 starts, a 4.19 ERA, 1.32 the whip, but a 6.91 ERA in his last 3 starts. Still Brown, 27% K rate, 8% walks, 54% ground balls, and just 1 home run per 9 innings. Astros have gone under now in 7 of their last 10. Rays have gone under in 12 of their last 17. The Rays certainly struggling, having lost 9 of their last 11, while the Astros have won 9 of their last 12 games in a pretty sharp form right now. But I'm going to look to go under in this one. Should be tightly contested for sure. These pitchers don't run too deep, and the bullpens are in decent enough form for me. You got the Rays, the wild card leader, and the Astros 4 games in back of them, but a game and a half up on Boston and the rest of the contenders in the wild card spot. So these games are really important. Bradley, the rookie, 3.96 FIP, so should be on the improve as well. Astros getting their bats back, but only a 4-3 win in the series game yesterday here in Houston. I'm going to go under 8.5 runs, Rays and Astros on Saturday night. Rangers and Padres free MLB pick for Saturday, July 29th. For the Rangers, Martin Perez, a 32-year-old veteran, 19 starts. He has an 8-3 record this year. The Rangers 13-6 in those 19 starts, 4.91 ERA, 1.49 the whip. A 15% K rate, 8.5% bases on balls, 41% ground ball rate, 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. For the Padres, Yu Darvish, 18 starts, a 4.80 ERA, 1.31 the whip, 25% K rate, 8% the walks, 43.5% ground balls, 1.3 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.29 indicates Darvish could be on the improve. Padres getting good starting pitching of late. Darvish struggled in his only start against Texas. Padres have gone over in 7 of the last 10 Darvish starts. Perez has gone over in 4 straight starts, and the Rangers have gone over in 5 of their last 7. Padres clubbed the Rangers last night. Rangers appeared discombobulated on defense and didn't play particularly well. Rangers just 2-5 last 7 on the road. I give Perez a chance, and I think the offenses can get something going here in this matchup. So I'm going to look to go over 9 runs. Eventually it gets there. Rangers, Padres over 9 on Saturday. Nationals at Mets action for Saturday, July 28th. It's Patrick Corbin, the left-hander for the Nationals. 21 starts, an ERA just over 5, 1.55 the whip, 16% strikeout rate, 7% ground ball walk rate, 7% walk rate, 46% the ground balls, 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. Right now, Corbin, a 3 ERA in his last 5 starts, averaging 6 innings per outing. The Mets are hitting okay. They're winning at home. We've got Carlos Carrasco. The Venezuelans made 14 starts, 5.82 ERA, 1.57 whip, but he also has been stronger of late, a 2.6 ERA in his last 5 starts, although he's averaged just 4 2/3 innings pitched in those starts. Look, the Mets won 2-1 on Thursday, 5-1 on Friday with Max. They traded Robertson. It looks like it's over for the Mets, but they have an opponent they can beat here. The Nationals have a bullpen ERA close to 5.5. Mets do get better pitching at home, and then Carrasco can be a little bit better maybe than Corbin in this one. And the offense, you see a 4-run victory yesterday. I'm going to think they can do it here against the Nationals. I'm going to take the Mets on the run line -1.5 over the Nationals on Saturday. That was our MLB pick show for Saturday, July 29th. I'll be in for you once again for Sunday's action. Tony returns for the week schedule on Monday, a couple days off. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, free MLB picks and free picks on all major sports all season long, all year long. And don't forget, check me out with my co-host Mindy Hahn on the Morning Steam, Wednesdays through Mondays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific. If you haven't checked us out, we go over the entire betting card, all the major sports, and make our consensus picks. You can track them along over at tonyspicks.com. You can join us in our chat. You can have your picks flashed on the screen. We really have a good time, usually 75 to 105 minutes every day, depending on how big the card is, right here on the tonyspicks.com YouTube channel. Don't forget, head on over to our website, tonyspicks.com. There we have our premium picks, absolutely our best picks every day at Tony's Picks. Short-term, long-term, single game, it doesn't matter. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages from all of our handicappers over at Tony's Picks. We're back again tomorrow with more free MLB picks.